How are y'all doing here today? We are gathered here in the congregation of not masturbation.
Precipitation, because it's raining right now, and it's raining great moments during the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I'm just gonna
All right.
stay tuned.
Prove me wrong. All right, here we go.
First great moment of the night happened in the first match of the night, the 5-on-5 Survivor Series.
Yeah,
match
Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Rey Mysterio, and the Usos taking on the Shield and the Real Americans.
Yep.
Seems fair to me.
All of a sudden, the Shield is down 5-2. Then it was 4-2.
Yeah, Ambrose was the first guy gone. Surprisingly.
I think it was kind of some of the sketchy thing. No. Then it was 3-2. Then it was 2-2.
I think it did get to 2-2. Yeah.
And then it was 2-on-1 with it being Swagger. Wait, no, Swagger was gone. Ray got Swagger. It was
the two. It came
Ray,
down to Reigns, Rollins,
Ray, and Goldust, and then Rollins beat them all.
No. Reigns beat them all.
In my heart.
Oh, in your heart it was Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins won half the team.
In my heart it was Roman Reigns. Why? Because it actually happened. And all I wanted was for him to win because I picked him and I wanted to be correct. And correct I was.
There you go.
So it was, you're not going to have, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say you can't have a bad Survivor Series type match because we'll get there. You can't have most of the time when males are in a Survivor Series match, you're going to have a good time.
You put these 10 performers in a Survivor Series match, they can't mess it up because if someone messes it up, they're gone.
You're going to have a decent time.
And they pick the right guy to win. A lot of times we complain and just complain. I'm not even going to go deeper in this. But all the time we're just like, man, what are they doing?
I wasn't even thinking
the right guy.
Exactly. I wasn't even thinking past Team 1. I just wanted the team to win because I picked them. Yeah. You grab who the Sole Survivor was.
Gave the right guy the Sole Survivor thing. Maybe it's going to boost him. Maybe it's going to break up the Shield. Maybe.
Possible.
Who knows?
Very possible.
A lot of different things could branch off of this.
Cody got eliminated a lot sooner than I thought he would. That was kind of... But that's never a bad thing. It's
Rollins
just
had his finisher too. It was kind of just like, well, Cody got beat up.
Yeah, it threw me off. It was one of those things where even though they hit a big move, you expect him to kick out because Cody was like the biggest guy in this match pretty much right as of right now.
Yeah, it was weird. Think he's plateaued?
Throw that flag, Peyton, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's plateaued, but
I think they want him to plateau, so they're pulling the rug out.
Yeah, dude, it wouldn't surprise me. And then we got Big E Langston versus Curtis Axel for the Intercontinental Championship of the World. Who's the U.S. champion?
Unanimous.
I thought he lost it.
No, he still has it.
Oh yeah, they lost the tag titles.
Yeah.
Big E Langston won to the surprise of nobody. To the surprise of Devin.
Devin didn't expect it, but Devin was on crack.
Devin was on the most crack I've ever seen. But yeah, again, you won the title on Monday. You're not going to lose at the pay-per-view. That makes absolutely no sense. I still just think they should have waited.
Bryan we're talking about here.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, I wish they would have waited and just had the actual title match on Monday. Because, like I said in the preview, if you watched the preview, if you didn't, well, shame on you. Yeah. But like I said, it's a couple more days. It's just
I think it was better for him to go in there with it.
I can't even. Can you explain to me why? Because I see zero ways that's right.
Because a lot of people probably wouldn't have watched this pay-per-view if he wouldn't have won that, because that was one of the highlights of Raw.
Well, yeah, but if you can honestly find people that say they bought this pay-per-view to watch Big E Langston defend the IC title.
I think a lot of people stayed on to that Raw instead of being like, oh, whatever, and they're able to stay, and motion isn't enough to say that, oh, cool, Ray came back, and that was cool. And I think him winning it here would have not, I mean, he has the moment, and then
he has on a Big Four pay-per-view.
He helped Zack Ryder a ton. Oh, man.
He didn't win at a Big Four, did he?
He either won at Survivor Series or TLC.
Yeah, I don't think he won. No, he didn't win at Survivor Series because they were chanting, "We want Ryder at Survivor Series."
Yeah.
So
he won at TLC.
There you go. So Big Four pay-per-view, you have the one where you win the title instead of going into the title and everyone cared so much. And yeah, you actually are kind of debunking your thing because you were pissed at Boston because they didn't care. Remember when he came out?
When Boston didn't care who came out.
Big E.
Oh yeah. Well,
So-
they didn't care about most people. I think
so
they
there
were
you go.
there to see Cena.
So at least if they would have, I mean, they weren't excited when he retained. Doesn't mean, I mean, they would have been. You had to be a little. Even if you don't like the guy, title changes are like, oh, he won thing.
Yeah.
So they would have liked it a
we saw
little.
history.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it would have been much better.
Yeah. But
Let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think would have been the better scenario? I just think it's 6 days.
Yeah.
Like what did you gain from this? Like I don't. You turned it into the most predictable match on the card. I was texting throughout the whole thing because there was literally 0% chance Kurt Angle was going to win. Like, and when there is no chance, why would the crowd care? Like, they were all disengaged. We were disengaged.
disengaged for a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah, like what was the thing? Well, yeah. Well, let's be fair. Let's look at the rest of the card. So yeah, let us know what you think. But I just thought I was just pissed at this match because I was just it's like.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do stuff. It's like, how do you? I just think you make so many dumb mistakes that are just so easily correctable to the point of just like little tiny nuances that it's like, why? I don't get it. But anyways,
it was fun on Monday though when you won it, and I don't think it would have been.
Well, yeah,
fun tonight.
but it's the same thing as like when WWE marks get. Oh, why would TNA? They have so many title changes on free TV. Why do they give it away? Well, it's the pay-per-view, and then. It's like, oh, well, when WWE does it, it's okay, because we're bigger and shit. It's like the same thing people complain about.
It's the IC title. At least we're talking about it. When Curse Axel had it, we did not talk about it for more than 5 seconds. We just didn't want him to have it. At least we're having the discussion of where Big E should have won it. What's his next move? I think that's more of a pressing issue.
I have no idea. Nothing.
Who's there?
No one.
Let's run Cesaro at him.
I mean, that'd be cool.
His first feud's not going to be anything special.
No, I mean it would be cool,
Yeah.
but it's like
So let's just have someone that's.
I'm not just because Cesaro's been doing good. Swagger has not been bad, so I'm not ready to completely abandon Cesaro or Swagger so Cesaro can go do stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually, yes, but
Yeah.
I mean Cesaro's better clearly, but Swagger's I have no complaints about Swagger lately. We got in those Swagger moments. If you know what that's from, you're probably played a certain game a few years ago. And then we got just when you thought all Survivor Series matches could be a great time, you had the Total Divas versus the other Divas. And this was, as you said, they were playing WWE 13 and they definitely put the match on quick.
Mm-hmm.
Clotheslines were eliminating people. It was like 8-second eliminations. It was like literally tag, clothesline, boot, like stomp, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, there were 7-on-7 and there are down to 2-on-2 in 3 minutes. It was crazy.
At the end of the day, the Divas that got beat fast, we didn't care about before or after. They were there to make it 7-on-7.
They were hot though. Shout out to you for being hot.
Yeah.
You guys did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't think Oxana did a move. For some reason, didn't do a move. I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Rosa for absolutely no selling the whatever Naomi calls
The rear view.
the rear view. She took the rear view and stood there and said, "Girl,
Girl, bye."
girl, bye."
Yeah.
Well, I'll be excited. I was a little excited when Ariane got eliminated. I took pleasure in that because we both got the girl bye. It was a good time.
Marie got some heat too.
Even Marie got Mondo heat.
Yeah, we hate her.
What I love her.
Yeah, I don't know.
She
Eva
is
Marie.
so hot. It is unbelievable. I do not watch women in a wrestling ring to see them wrestle. Let's be fair to myself. They are hot as hell. So I love Eva Marie. Woo! Mama. Do you watch women for wrestling?
Depends on from more than 20 seconds. I think I need to see something. It's
Okay.
like the whole personality debate. It's like if they're hot enough, I'm just going to stare. But as you step down the ladder, and for some reason I've been scarred in life, and red hair doesn't do it for me. So that knocks it to where I need to at least see like an arm drag that's successful.
Let us know in the comments if you like Eva Marie because she's hot, or if you want her to do wrestling moves. Would I complain if she wrestling moves? Absolutely not. I'm not going to knock her for it. She's doing her thing out there. She's there to be hot. She's there to be hot. There's those divas that are there to wrestle, Natalia. There's wrestlers that are supposed to be hot. Everyone else. Because, god damn it, they can't wrestle. Kelly Holt.
Holla, holla.
My girl.
Holla, holla.
Holla. What was match 4? Oh, Ryback came out for an open challenge. What the hell is there at J? JOC. Who am I missing? Oh, it's supposed to be an A. We had Ryback come out, issued an open challenge. Who was it going to be? Some people on Twitter I saw were thinking it was going to be Sheamus because Sheamus was tweeting that he was there. I said, hell no, it's going to be Mark Henry. Who came out? Mark Henry. It was a great time.
Oh, yeah.
He had a bald head looking like Rick Ross. Hadn't seen him in a while. So it's always good to see Mark Henry. It's always good to see Mark Henry beat the Ryback because it's always good to see anybody beat the Ryback if we're going to be straight up with it. Because he's getting to that point of... I don't feel like he cares, so I don't know why we should care is the sort of thing it's at. I don't think he knows what he wants to be. I don't think they know what they want him to be.
I think the word mediocre might be a little bit over generous at this point.
Yeah, it's just like...
He's I don't know, horrible? Terrible?
I don't even know.
Disengaging?
It's like I can't even call him horrible because I don't even know what he is.
Disenchanting?
Like
he's the opposite of Taylor Swift.
Got a big ass. Not flat ass. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift ass to a right angle.
Shout out to Ty1822 talking about my best right angle.
Hey, subscribe to Ty1822. We put that and Will Ferrell up here. We're going to do that.
Yes, subscribe to them.
We might forget to put the annotations in there, so if we do, we apologize to you two guys.
Ty Will Ferrell 1. Written on the paper. Okay. Yeah. Written on the paper. All right, so yeah, Mark Henry wins. No complaints here.
No complaints, no surprises.
That's just fine with me. Then we got the Cena Del Rio match.
They didn't chant boring for this one.
No.
I wasn't super. I mean,
like
you said this earlier with the Big E, Langston, and Curtis Axel match. I felt like this was that times 3 because like there was like the suspense that maybe Axel would roll him up, and they would continue on after that, and Big E would be super pissed and then build from that. Maybe like a 1% chance of that. There was a 0% chance Del Rio was going to win that. I didn't believe for any second.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem is you have an arm injury. Yeah. Anybody else he's not going to tap. Yeah. It's like what? His arm's going to hurt so bad he gets knocked out for a pin. Like that's not going to happen.
Ref going to stop it? I would pop for a ref stoppage.
I mean it's possible, but yeah, at the same, it's like it's
happened.
It's John Cena.
Yeah,
it's John Cena.
Yeah. That would have confused so many Boston fans that were probably texting their friend asking what the score of the
I know.
Broncos. Actually, no, they're probably asking them where.
Shout out to Boston for being such a bitch ass place.
We hate Boston.
I hate Boston.
None of our subscribers are from Boston. I actually looked once.
Oh, we definitely hate Boston. Then.
We hate Boston.
Screw you, Boston.
I like Chicago though. What's up, Will Ferrell? Number 1.
I like Chicago except during baseball season, but even then it's okay because Cubs aren't good. So it's like I almost feel bad at this point. So it's like
Blackhawks.
Yeah, I mean, why not? So yeah, John Cena gets the win here. Surprise nobody. But then again, if John Cena beats anybody, it's not a surprise. Like there is not a guy. Even The Rock. We knew he was going to beat The Rock at WrestleMania 29.
Yeah. When he loses,
if you can think of a match that John Cena won and you were surprised, in the past, however many years since he's been like I
Money in the Bank.
I feel like we knew Punk was going to win though.
No, I'm talking about the Money in the Bank where he pulled the briefcase off. Do we count gimmick matches? Because if we don't count gimmick matches, I don't think I can find it.
Yeah, I don't know. But even then, it's like who else was going to win that match? It was like Big Show, Miz, Cena, and some other dude that was a champion.
Big Show was up there with them. I thought they were going to get the Big Show because they love the Big Show.
Clearly.
Oh my God.
Clearly, because here we are, main event Survivor Series.
Yep.
But anyways, we know you agree with us. It wasn't a surprise that Cena won. All right, then we got to Daniel Bryan and CM Punk versus the Wyatt family brothers of Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. The Harper.
This match, I think, I don't know. If you would have maneuvered it properly with the other 5-on-5 match, that should have been the main event of the card. I mean, as much as it sounds like I'm the man of the internet right now.
Kind of sounds like that because I don't see that.
Dude, as much as we want to say the title or what's more important, fans weren't chanting boring during this one.
Well, the Big Show wasn't in this match either.
Exactly. If the Big Show's in the title match, why exactly? I mean, what CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were able to do with two guys that no one heard of 4 months ago is actually pretty astonishing because there's a lot of Fairweather fans that go to stuff. So I was cool with it. And this match, actually, I thought there's some different intricacies of like, are they going to lose? Are they going to break up? Is Punk going to turn? Is someone going to get in? Is Bray Wyatt going to interfere? So I mean, you're able to do more with a tag match storytelling wise anyway. So when you have these kind of guys in there, it's a lot more of something that I was able to care about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to like ever justify, even when the titles are down.
Yeah.
It has to be like like if you think about it, the only things late like in the past however long that have main evented over the title were stuff that like had to do with the title. Yeah. Money in the Bank, the Raw Money in the Bank won it, which is the leads into the title. Like and Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, they're big guys, but they're no Rock Cena if we're gonna be 100% fair. And that's like I think that's the last like gimmicky like match that main evented a card that wasn't a title.
If we can be real here though for 10 seconds,
mm-hmm.
Let me be real here for 10 seconds. Relative to everyone else on the roster right now, those two are Rock Cena. Because right now Cena is basically CM Punk. If you were to make that analogy, CM Punk just kind of shows up and does whatever he wants, talks, and everyone's behind him, kind of like The Rock.
Mm.
And Daniel Bryan is a guy who little kids love, John Cena. I mean, I'm able to justify it in my mind at this point.
But when you're comparing, I mean, Rock and Cena, you're right now to this roster, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's relative. It's all relative.
But at the same time, Rock Cena against any roster are going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Those names. So even though it's like they're a very poor man's Rock Cena, but you're not going to be able to. You're not able to like main event that over, because that's when you're really like, really, this match is over. I mean, because at least Rock Cena, it's not even just that big. That was going to be the main event of the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
And that was like the big thing. So that made more sense than just two random dudes that are like been buddies for like a day, and it's like we're fighting these dudes that have never done anything on pay per view.
I was saying that they would have made the 5-on-5 match that would have won.
Oh, so that would
this
be
one right here. This one right here with the tag match isn't enough.
Okay.
But the 5-on-5.
If you added Punk and Bryan to the two sides.
If you go Punk, Bryan, two Rhodeses, and then Ray. I don't know what they're going to do with that. And then they're against, or if we do the 6-on-6, Ray or Usos, don't add Ray, and it's the Shield and the Wyatts. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah. It would have been a good time. I don't know if you're ready to admit that the Usos are main eventing a pay per view. If you're ready to realize the product is at that point.
Hey, Awesome Truth main evented Survivor Series a couple of years ago.
But it was they were props to the Rock Cena storyline.
And these guys would have been props to the Shield against the Shield against Cody Rhodes' family and the Wyatts against Punk storylines. They're mashing in the Survivor Series folklore.
Again, we all have our own opinion.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't see that at all. Yeah. This is like the third time I've said, so leave it in the comments. I honestly want to know. So I don't see it. It doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah.
So just let me know, guys. Let me know. And again, I'm fighting an uphill battle because the main event was bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I just don't see.
I don't see how you could. I don't see any. There was no justification before or after. They would have put Cena in the main event. You could at least justify like, oh, it's Cena. This one we're basically saying because it's a WWE Championship and because
Triple H is involved.
Yeah.
And it's like this is going to be, whether we like it or not, this is going to be the storyline that's like the big headline of WrestleMania. The fact of like the McMahon struggle and da-da-da-da. So
it's kind of, but that doesn't mean we have to like it.
It doesn't mean I have to like it, but it doesn't mean it's the biggest thing going.
Yeah.
Like.
But if no one likes it, it's not I don't know. The biggest thing is if they try to make it the biggest thing, or if it actually works out for them.
I don't know. It's just what everything's built around.
Yeah.
So it'd make no sense to put everything behind it and then totally just throw it aside.
You can do that. You can do that at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, kinda. I guess.
You have X factors like Jericho and Rob Van Dam on the lower end, but even then, Brock Lesnar or Undertaker go after one of your top guys. All of a sudden, people would forget all about the storyline and not care. You have options. If they wanted to go that route, obviously they're not going to go that route. If they wanted to go that route, they wouldn't have ever gone with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not. I mean, they obviously didn't they obviously didn't sit there and think it's going to get a lot of boring chants and no one's going to really get behind the Big Show
Mm-hmm.
or not get against Randy Orton. They're probably expecting like people were going to be throwing stuff at Randy Orton and people were going to be cheering for the Big Show.
Yeah, that's not what was going to happen. Nor is it what happened.
No.
Who chants for who likes the Big Show? I don't know.
I think they're still like trying to make Big Show Andre the Giant.
Well,
which was fantastic.
The scary thing is when we talk about the hypocrisy of things is, do you know how many videos I've watched of previews that were saying like, and I gotta give credit to WWE. They've really, I mean, I hate the Big Show, but they've really gotten me behind the Big Show in this. I'm like, why?
You probably went to the show and got people behind it.
Yeah, like what? I don't see how. Like you're behind the I don't like you're behind the guy that cries all the time and only got a title shot because he said he was gonna sue the company. Like, all right,
like when
that's the guy I like.
When they had nothing going and like the Rhodes family, that took off harder than they thought.
They really did.
For some, like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk,
they just have that thing in their head where if it's not how they wanted it to go, it can't be it.
Yeah,
like you said, they're pulling the road away from Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. But you have Cody Rhodes who took off all of a sudden.
He really did.
Him and Goldust.
They were getting.
And they let him main event stuff, and those were the best Raws. And
yeah, when those were like that was when they would have they were in the main event a lot.
Yeah. And it was fantastic. And then they started integrate. They tried to have the Big Show leech off his heat, like they had Big Show leech off Daniel Bryan's heat.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he can't get his own. He can't get his own pop. Because why? I mean, you don't scream when the Big Show comes out when you know he's coming out because you're too busy just looking at him like.
Well, and it's to the point where it's like we've seen him for so many years now that the aura of the Big Show is gone. It's not like that guy's huge anymore. We've seen it so many times. We've seen him fighting guys like Rey Mysterio and lose. Like
why Andre the Giant worked was because Andre the Giant would come into your town, would come into the Spectrum Arena in Philadelphia, and you couldn't see it anywhere else.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it on television unless Andre the Giant was there or if he was wrestling for the local thing. So it was ridiculous. Yeah. And then as soon as he was on national TV, it was
it's just so. Yeah, the Big Show is just so watered down that like what they think they're getting from him is not the reaction or the thing people really see in the guy. I don't know how to explain it, but the match was not good. Like it was just
it didn't flow.
There
was no story behind it, so you can't have a match. It's just two guys wrestling.
Big Show has a really hard time with matches against dudes that aren't really big. Mm-hmm. Orton. His best matches do not come against big guy, except for the Mark Henry matches, which were pretty good.
But Mark Henry had great matches with everybody.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, the Broncos blew it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just how it is. It's just like I don't know. It's just total bad.
It just didn't work.
And they fought at Extreme Rules already with the effect of Extreme Rules, and it still sucked. Yeah. So who thought let's take away the hardcore aspect and just have a straight wrestling match, and the fans are gonna love it. Absolutely love it.
Not only that, but let's not have it be about Randy Orton against the Big Show.
It's about Big Show versus Triple H.
That's what the storyline's been.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And it's not even the Big Show and Triple H. It's Triple H trying to find the guy and Big Show trying to like take over. It's like Big Show versus the company. Ugh. But it doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work when there's things that are dumb little things that you guys say like when they said that he could have owned the entire company.
That doesn't
one lawsuit.
It doesn't make sense.
No, doesn't make sense. And if he could, why would he not take it?
Yeah, you would have done it. Like a title shot's not better than owning the company.
It doesn't. This match, this storyline was convoluted and twisted from the jump.
And the problem is, it was a dirty finish, so it's probably not over. Actually, you never know because I have never been more excited to see John Cena at the end, simply because I thought, okay, maybe this is the way to get Big Show out of here because like a finish like this isn't going to get Big Show out of the way. But if Cena steps up, I mean, again, an Orton Cena thing wouldn't happen for a while. I mean, it's not going to happen at TLC by any means. So I'm sure we'll still get some more Big Show. But at the time, I just was like, oh my gosh, maybe because it's like.
I like they unified at the Rumble.
That'd be cool. And then, I mean, that would actually make sense. Like that would probably be the perfect time to do it because then it becomes the Rumble. You know, it's not. Who are you going to choose? And it's like, well, Like the year, like
Sheamus won it, and he's
the
fighting.
two.
I'm gonna pick Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
What?
the two splits. That doesn't make sense. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm picking Daniel Bryan, even though I should be picking John Cena, but The Rock's already fought. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
There's it handcuffs you so many ways. Like the year Del Rio won the Rumble. I'm going to fight Edge. Why the hell would you want to fight Edge? You can fight Miz, who's had the title for like 7 months, and it's the bigger title. Like I don't, you know what I mean? So it's just like it would eliminate everything.
Let's just put the title on the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, at the Rumble?
Did it in '92. Worked out fantastic. Man, if you think about that for a couple seconds here, I'm gonna go to set real quick. They put the title on the line at the Rumble. The person who wins it gets to sit out Elimination Chamber. That's when the number one contender is decided in the Chamber. 6-man.
That makes
The
sense.
entire build from the Royal Rumble to Elimination Chamber is every single person on the roster trying to get in that match.
Right.
I want to be in there because I want to try to main event it. And then guys, maybe you don't do the entire roster because you have to have 2 matches on there. And all of a sudden you have a secondary title, so you put the U.S. title for one of them. And just put 6 young guys in there.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, to the young guy, I don't know why they haven't done that more. Like when you play WWE 13, you always have a United States Championship Elimination Chamber. It's always the most fun guys you've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, think about I feel like the year that Dolph was, maybe that was the World Heavyweight Championship one, where it was like Dolph and he started doing the leg up, he started doing the toe raises.
Uh-huh.
I think that one was the one where we all thought Santino Marella was going to beat Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Somehow we all because when you're in the chamber, anything can happen.
We were sold. Like
anything can happen in the chamber, anything can happen at the Rumble. Let's take advantage of that. Let's use that as the ultimate reset.
But then how do you get the titles away? Like you can't just be like, you're both stripped. You have to go in the Rumble. Like you'd have to have a way to get it like off of them, because like
make them 29 and 30, and have the match. I don't know. Have the TLC match for unification be a draw, and say we're still unifying these. You guys are 29 and 30. Match on Raw tonight. To decide winners number 30, losers number 29, or losers number 1, or something stupid. And then maybe you have I mean, when that thought came into my mind, I didn't think of like what I do with specific Raws.
Yeah.
But if you can find a way to get to that being point A, the eventual point B of WrestleMania, I think, would be much tighter. Because you already have a bunch of grudge matches there anyway that you can sell. You have Undertaker match itself.
Yeah, there's one.
Brock Lesnar shows up, that sells.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, John Cena, whoever he fights, is going to sell a different demographic. He doesn't have to be in the title there.
No, yeah.
Or if The Rock wants to come back. If he's...
Yeah, I just don't know what he's doing. But that's the thing about Cena is I almost feel like every time Cena's in one of the world title matches at Mania, it's kind of a waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a good way to stretch the card out to where like you have. Well, if they got unified, you'd have title match, Undertaker match, Brock match, unless they fight each other, and then you have all these dudes. Cena, his match is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, Punk's gonna be fighting somebody.
And then you have the U.S. title, which was just defended super awesome at Elimination Chamber. And you have the IC title with like a fatal 4-way or something crazy.
Right, just do something to make it feel like it's important. Yeah.
Put 6 guys in a ladder match, or put a ladder match up there and have it be a 6-man TLC.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff
they could do that they haven't done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only bad news is when we start going off on tangents of good ideas, you like get to the end, you're like,
they don't.
It's not going to happen. So it makes you kind of depresses you because you go through a whole scenario and you're like, that'd be sick, and then you're like, eh.
I do want to give you a shout out for one thing real quick. You said from the jump when people were just like, oh, don't worry, Daniel Bryan's going to get it eventually.
Yeah. I said.
Where was he at, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to put the entire group on blast. I feel like we didn't say this. I feel like
we gave them benefit. For once, we usually call everybody out, but once we didn't.
We didn't do it.
It's okay to now because it's officially there. Because there was always still that glimmer.
Yeah, but I feel like we called their BS from the jump. We're like, no, this is a way to get Daniel Bryan away from it.
We really did. We said because everyone, and which was surprising because usually everyone, I feel like everyone wanted to believe so bad because usually once anything bad happens, everyone no.
It's not the worst.
Like, everyone's kind of like, no, just it's fine. Daniel Bryan, he'll come back and get it.
Nope.
And I'm like, yeah, that would make sense because he's really over, but I just don't. And it's not because he doesn't deserve it; it's because they don't want him to be.
Yeah,
and that was 100% proven.
And the thing is, if he deserved it, which is you guys can debate it.
Yeah,
but the
word deserved is hard to pass to anybody. But yeah,
but the fact that people were clamoring for it, and people during the championship match tonight were chanting for
Daniel Bryan. Yeah.
I mean, I acknowledged it. I knew you were I knew deep down your Orton fan in you was just like, why they squandered it up with Orton? Because they did the same thing with Orton.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about Orton. It's about the Big Show.
It's about the Big Show and Triple H.
Yeah.
If we see,
they're both like 40.
If we see Big Show versus Triple H at TLC, no one's gonna be surprised. And if you are, you're crazy.
Remember they did Kevin Nash versus Triple H at TLC? How funny that was.
That was one of my favorite matches of the year because you had to sit there and we had to review a sledgehammer ladder match where the person, you didn't even win if you had the sledgehammer. If you got it, you could just use it. Like you didn't even guarantee it. The other guy could still take it from you. Like it's not like you're like whoa. You got the I can't use it here. Like you could crack. Like it doesn't make like we got to review a sledgehammer ladder match. I'm forever grateful to the click for that. We got to review a sledgehammer ladder.
Scott Hall for killing someone.
My dog.
No one's watching us at this point.
No, I mean if you are, write in the comments. Say
this is after you've already commented like 3 different things.
Yeah, this is the 4th thing.
Just the 4th thing.
Say Lugia is the best Pokemon ever.
That's a long thing.
No, they'll love it though because then people will just be like, "What are you talking about?" And everyone will be like, "You're such a dumbass. Why are you talking about that? It's not to do with anything." And then that's usually the smartest guy.
420 Goonies always played Pokemon Snap. Shout out to him.
I love 420 Goonies.
What up, Petey?
Shout out to Pete Williams, Jake Benson.
Well, who's Jake Benson? Is that his real name? What the heck? Why does he go by Petey Williams?
Pete Williams is an independent wrestler. He really likes.
Oh. No?
I love it. He's Jake Benson.
Can I be Matt Jackson then?
Yes.
What happened to the Young Bucks?
Can I be
Nick Jackson? Like after the Young Bucks?
I don't know who they are. I want to be Tyler Breeze.
Adam
Can
Cole?
I change my Facebook name to Tyler Breeze?
His name's Justin CM. Their last name
still is CM.
Yeah.
Even though CM has been.
I feel like people probably know your last name at this point.
They do. Like, it's to be fair.
To be fair.
Everyone, I don't care.
Subscribe to Will Ferrell #1.
Oh, subscribe to Will Ferrell #1. Subscribe to Ty222.
If you're still watching at this point, just subscribe to Will Ferrell.
Subscribe to us too, but definitely Will Ferrell as well.
Best.
So let's make that happen, guys.
I don't think take us homework. We already covered everything.
Anyway, I'm looking at the recently filmed videos and I see like 8 parts of our Thy Kingdom Come review. So definitely go back and watch that too because they're all right here. So yeah, but that's it. Tell us what you thought of Survivor Series. Let us know all the things we told you to let us know about. We will see you later, my friends. Goodbye.